Hello and welcome to Tech with Heart. I am your host, Michelle Calloway, founder and CEO of Revealio. And Tech with Heart is all about empowering entrepreneurs to embrace technology so that you can stay competitive and relevant for long-term success. And today we are talking about artificial intelligence and why people make buying decisions. And with me, we have a super excellent top expert in the communications arena, and that is Carol Stanley. She is a communication expert. She's certified with the system that we're going to be teaching you about today, which is called Bank. And she's also a transformation coach. She'll help you transform yourself from just being a speaker to an excellent, premier, glorious presenter. So welcome to the Tech with Heart stage, Carol.
Thank you, Michelle. It's so good to be here with you. Oh my goodness. Yes, I dearly love helping people step into excellence and be their absolute best. But best of all, I love helping them to communicate with anybody in their field of influence so that they truly connect, so that they truly know how to speak to them based on their quotient of values, what they need from us.
Yes, so communication is absolutely critical, and we need to know what to say to people using automation, as well as when we are talking to people face to face. We need to know how to communicate with them the way that they prefer to be communicated with. That is the key to all success. If you want to know that people are understanding what you're saying, because you understand what you're saying, but the key is, do they understand what you're saying? Do they hear exactly what your intentions are? How is that process? Is it landing well on both parties? And when we utilize automation, it is imperative that we are speaking to them the way they want to be spoken to. So let's go ahead and talk about, Carol, how many times have you ever had a business deal go south because you didn't know how you needed to be communicating?
Oh boy, absolutely. You know, we all wear certain glasses, right? We wear the glasses of our influence, of what we like. And when we do that, you know, maybe a quarter of the population will connect with because of who we are. But you got 3/4 of the population you're not connecting with at all. We have to learn how to put on their glasses and see from their vantage point, period. You know, I'm certified in 4 actually different personality programs, 3 of which are psychology based, and Bank Code is the only one on the planet that is not psych based, but biology, B-U-Y-ology based, meaning it is scientifically proven to absolutely predict what the other person is going to, how they're going to buy, or how they're going to be influenced by you. So it helps you know how to really put on the value glasses of the other person, speak their language so that they truly lean in. There are some wonderful stats. The Shalley Group did a wonderful study, actually quite a few years ago, but it holds true today, that only 82% of people will buy if you connect, if you seem like you get them, if you are the same personality as them. Only 18% will buy if you don't match. So why would you leave 82% on the table by not knowing how to connect with that person, by not knowing how to communicate their language? So anyway, it's fascinating, and I dearly love helping people understand Bank Code because it is so powerful.
So one of the reasons why I was so excited about having you on the Tech with Heart stage, Carol, is because I too am a firm believer in helping people know how to communicate. Communication is my love language. And when I learned about this system, the bank code, or decoding people's communication styles or communication preferences, value systems, and all of those things that help them determine what they make buying decisions based off of, because it's not just about personality, it's about values, it's about why they buy, the biology, like you mentioned, the science of biology, B-U-Y-O-L-O-G-Y, is because I'm kind of a techie, you know, it's like Tech with Heart. I want to provide people with enlightenment about existing systems that really truly like unlock things and make the floodgates open for them, but then also the empowerment piece, which is teaching them how to learn the system, implement the system, and then just really 10x their business in the next 6 to 12 months. And that's why I'm having you on here today, because if you're watching this, if whether you're live or whether you're watching the replay or whether you're watching it on our YouTube or whether you're listening to it over the podcast, bank code technology and the systems that they have created, Sherry Tree's the founder and Esther Wildenberg is the CEO. Those two females are rocking it. They are big time visionaries. And Carol here is a certified trainer in that system, because you need to understand the why factor, the WHY factor, why they buy, because you do what you do because you were wired that way. So now it's time to turn the tables over to the people that you're hoping to help with your business, or even in your family. If you really want to know how to inspire your children to take action or to influence them to want to do what you want them to do, then this is a system that will transform your relationships, whether it be personal, spiritual, or professional. So Carol, tell us a little bit about the differences in the communication style so we can start understanding the differences between, there's 4 different ones, right? Major ones.
There are 4 different ones, yes. Blueprint, action, nurture, and knowledge. BANK. That's what BANK stands for, is the blueprint, action, nurture, and knowledge. And it's all around, again, the values of each one of those. You know, your blueprint is a person that is just they're comfortable in the box. We like to use this little box idea, and they're comfortable in the box. So systems and planning and tradition and rules and all those things are very important to the high blueprint. You have all 4 of them in you, but it's determined by how they stack. In other words, how many words on the value cards do just go ding, 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 this is so me. So then you got your blueprint, which is comfortable in the box. You've got your action, which is so out of the box, and they really see the world. They see the world as something to be changed. And so the action person is the person that is all about freedom and flexibility and spontaneity and image. Oh my goodness! If you want to impress an action person, show up looking your best. Maybe flashing a label or 2, and that person will lean in and kind of start to get you a little bit, right? Or appreciate that you get them. The nurturer is not in the box or out of the box. They are sending gifts in the box and recycling the box. It's all about relationships with the nurturer, relationships and authenticity and community and really it's about people and all those kinds of things. And then you've got your knowledge person, which is, he's not in the box, out of the box. He doesn't nurture or love on people with the box. He invented the sucker, I like to say. He invented the box. And so you've got the typical engineer, the brilliant thinker who really values science and values technology and values the big picture, if you will. So those are just a few of the things, but it's all about those differences in how they see the world and what they really, how they want to be spoken to and appreciated, etc. So for instance, a high action person like myself, I married a BK, a blueprint knowledge. So I had to learn, if you will. I love him dearly, and I was drawn to those things because I'm a high action and nurturer. And K is my third, and B, blueprint, is my last card if I stack them in order. So I had to learn to chill and move into his world and speak his code, if you will. And it makes all the difference in the world. People like to say, well, I don't like sales, right? Well, the truth is, if you are married or you have a partner in life, you were in sales. You had to sell yourself to them and them to you. If you have children, they know how to sell their parents at Christmas time. We're all in the business of influence, which is, bottom line, is sales. So influencing other people in the way they want to be influenced is really critical, as Michelle was saying. Yeah.
Yes, because everybody that's in marketing and or sales knows that it's not about you. It's really all about them. And so until you understand that not everybody does communicate or have the same value system or make the same decisions based upon certain sets of values or different triggers, different words that you could potentially be saying that will help close the deal versus help them make the decision that, nope, I don't want to do. So there's these trigger words that you could say that actually could just, it's going so well. And then you say one trigger word to them. It's not a negative word. It's just a word that turns them off. Now, who wants to do that again and again and again? So this system, I can't express to you now, Tech with Heart exists to empower entrepreneurs to be successful, embracing technologies. Bank Code is a psychology, it's a Scientology, it's a biology system that has been generated so that you can be impactful in person when you're meeting somebody face to face. And it's also an electronic digitized system that you can incorporate in your business model online. So you can do all of this online as well. But I just want to real quick just show about the different value cards. So these are the cards that have a different set of values based upon the different color codes, or the B, A, and K, like Carol was just expressing. And the differences between these are important, because if you're talking to an action person, but you don't know they're an action person because you haven't learned the system, and you're a blueprint personality, and you're talking to them about all the details of the system, but yet they're a mover and a shaker and they just want you to get to the bottom line. But if you continue to talk to them about, oh yes, it's like really trustworthy, and they're like, come on, get to the point. And so you're all of a sudden, you're losing points towards closing that sale because they're thinking, I can't work with you. You're like taking too long to get to the point. I mean, it's just something so simple like that could actually close, make it so that you don't close that sale. So this exact same system is a set up online, and you can go to crackmycode.com. And then Carol, what is your affiliate? So it's crackmycode.com.
Yes, it's crackmycode.com/CL Stanley. CLSTANLEY. So CL Stanley, and you can crack your code for free on me. And it's great because you'll get a report telling you what that's all about. And the thing is that what you were sharing, Michelle, is so great, because we don't want to tripwire anybody. We want to trigger the yes and not tripwire anything that's going to put them into a no zone. Yeah.
Yes, because you could be losing out on hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Because if you tripwire somebody and they say, oh, wow, I don't think I could see myself working with you, because you have not taken the time to learn the super amazing yet simple system of understanding that other people need to be communicated the way that they prefer to be communicated with. So you get far more yeses than you do no's. It's not a numbers game. It's a why game. You need to understand why they think the way they think and feel the way they feel, and make the decisions that they need to make, so that you can speak to them in that arena. People love it when you communicate with them in the language that they speak. It's just a no-brainer. So guys, I'm crackmycode.com, crackmycode.com/CL Stanley, Stanley. Go do it right now for free. And here's the thing, you're going to learn so much about yourself and why you are wired the way you are. But if you want to start learning how other people are wired, there's an incredible opportunity that we're going to talk about, where this whole system, you can get trained in everything for under $50. I'm so excited about sharing this with you guys, because this is like one of the top systems that I can recommend for any business owner or any human being for that matter, because it really elevates your emotional intelligence, your spiritual intelligence, your marketing intelligence. And let's talk about artificial intelligence for a second here.
Being able to do business online is crucial for survival, especially during times of social distancing. So how do you survive and thrive in the sea of digital noise? It's a lot like fishing. You need to know who your perfect customer is so that you can use the right kind of lure to attract them. We help you catch your perfect customer and retain them for future sales through highly converting websites, influencer mobile apps, getting you featured in the news and on TV. Hi, my name is Jerry Bowden, U.S. Army veteran and president of Revealio Software Solutions. Our goal is to help you rise above the competition, be seen as an expert authority in your industry, and embrace technology to stay competitive for long-term success. It's more affordable than you may think. So reach out to us at revealio.com, and together we will make your business come alive.
Carol, tell us about this artificial intelligence engine that they've built into the system.
It's great. I teach and coach a class called The 6 Intelligences of Bank. And it's great because it takes you through the personality intelligence. It takes you through sales intelligence and gives you a formula that is out of this world helpful. It just is. Then it takes you into emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, business, and spiritual intelligence. And it's a brilliant system that really help you learning and get involved in a way that really is helping your business grow. And my next class begins on February 20th. So again, you can, there is a link I can send you to it. Actually, if you just go to codebreakertech.com/CL Stanley, you can look at the trainings, and the coaching is part of that. And if you register, then I will be in touch with you. But nonetheless, what I think, Michelle, what you're referring to is the new Kickstarter. Is that not correct or not?
No, that's exactly what I was talking about, because everybody needs to get a taste of this system, and you will see and experience yourself. You will have had a chance to experience it yourself, so that you too can see that this is probably the most revolutionary system that exists in our world. And it's not just about business. It's going to totally shift everything in your business, guaranteed, but it's going to shift your relationships on all levels. It's amazing, you guys.
It really is. And the Kickstarter Pro gives you access to the back office. You can actually have what we call the back office vault, the vault of bank. It's kind of brilliant, the bank vault, but you can have access to the vault of all the training for only $1 for a whole month. And it's brilliant. It really is. Anyway, it gives you a chance to really kind of kick the tires and learn. If you really want to, you can learn for only that $1. You buy your Kickstarter for $49.95. But the thing is that what you have your hands on is brilliant with that Kickstarter, because you have that whole back office open up to you, and it's absolutely amazing what you can learn there. So.
Yes, and this is the other thing that you all should have, is the Why They Buy book. There's this book here is written for action takers, because I am an action taker. You probably can tell through my high level of energy that I seem to always have. And I'm a mover and a shaker, and I don't want you to sit on this. But if you go to crackmycode.com/CL Stanley and you crack your own code, you will also be given an opportunity to take advantage of the Kickstarter that she just talked about and get your own version of this book. This book is going to change your world. The system is going to change your world. I'm not even getting paid to say this, you guys. I just am so emphatic that this is like the one system that is going to shift everything for you. It's going to make a huge difference on your online sales, your in-person, how you network, with how you connect, with how you come out the gate communicating with people. You can essentially assess what somebody's code is without necessarily having to have them go through the exercise of organizing the cards based upon this training. Now, it is definitely better for you to ask them directly what their code is by having them go through the exercise of doing the cards, because then there's no guesswork, but you don't always have that opportunity. So this is a system that trains you to be kind of like a spy. You can spy on what people's communication systems are, so that you know how to communicate with them right out the gate, and they're just going to fall in love with you.
Well, Michelle, one of the brilliant things about the bank code system is that the AI, or artificial intelligence piece, actually sent Sherry to the United Nations, because they were so blown away with the empathetic piece of the AI. In other words, it really does know how to crack people's codes based on what you input to it. For instance, she had held the 4 cards up to a gentleman there, and he cracked his own code with the cards. And there is a little script that's really important with asking another person to crack their code. It's, for instance, Michelle, do me a favor and look at the words, the 12 words on each of these cards, then stack them in order of importance to you, because it'll save us both time and help me to truly serve you better. Now, what that little script does is it totally speaks to each card, so nobody turns you down. And so she had done that with this gentleman at the United Nations, and then they had him speak for about 20 seconds into the AI from her phone. And it totally cracked the code in nanoseconds and gave the same exact code. We have an extension, a Chrome extension that will work with LinkedIn, such that you click on a LinkedIn profile, or a person on LinkedIn, and you just touch the Chrome button, and it immediately cracks their code for you based on all the information inputted about them in that profile. So it's brilliant. I love taking anything I write and putting it through the AI, because it tells me exactly who I'm talking to. Meaning, if I want to talk to a general audience, I want all 4 card codes pretty balanced, pretty much the same, so that everybody is leaning in and saying, she gets me. Okay, cool. This is so brilliant to be able to have the AI crack codes in nanoseconds for you based on the input, either verbally or written, that you put into the AI. It is totally brilliant. You can copy and paste anything in the AI, and it will totally tell you who you're talking to. So
I've been using it a lot lately, and I feel so like I know exactly what I'm going to say to this person when I get on a Zoom call with them, because I've been doing a lot of strategy calls, and everybody that's doing business is on LinkedIn. And so the ability for me to pull up somebody's profile to get a visual look of who they are, and then a quick glimpse of what they do, but then to go and click on a tap of a button and have the code breaker system through artificial intelligence tell me, speak to this person in action and nurture words, use words that are in those personality and value systems, because those are what they're going to want to hear, and stay clear from the one that is a tripwire, which is the very last code. And so that is key for me. I've been having a ball with it. I feel like I'm going in.
Well, what you just said is mostly true. The thing that you want to focus on the first 2, but what's really important to understand is that the 3rd card is the one that, if they are feeling under stress, the 3rd card is going to come up really, really big, really strongly. And then, of course, your 4th card is the lowest, but it's still there. So you still have to understand the power and the importance of having some of those words, if you will, or those value words in your conversation. But you want to concentrate on the first 2, knowing that the 3rd is a stress code and the 4th is still important, but not as important. Does that make sense?
Oh, it totally makes sense. So let's just say, for instance, you know the first 2 codes, and you're speaking to this person in that language, and then they're still on the fence. For some reason, they haven't made a decision to want to do business with you, but yet based upon what they've said to you, that they need what you have to offer and that you are a good fit. And so you can actually use that 3rd bank code to be the clincher. It could be the hook. It could be the thing that has them say, you know what? Okay. All right. You know what? You're right. I need to do this. And they make that decision right then and there, because you've helped make them feel secure. You make them feel heard. You make them feel valued. You make them feel like you are indeed the real answer. And hopefully, legitimately, you are. I mean, this is not something that you should be using to manipulate people. This is just an incredible system that'll help you know how to communicate properly to people in the language, because, we all don't speak English in this world. Especially Americans, we all need to realize that not everybody speaks English, and there are other languages. And so imagine being able to just shift gears really quickly out of English and speaking to somebody in their native tongue. Imagine the ability to do that. That is what Bank essentially does for you, using English, but using words and that tap into their values and taps into what resonates with them and what really matters to them. That's huge.
It is, again, being certified in 3 of the other personality systems that are psychology based. It's great for knowing yourself, but it does not relate to the other knowing what the other person needs from you quickly and effectively. Nobody wants to approach somebody with 20 or 40 or 90 questions just to figure out how to approach them. No, you want a quick, efficient, and very accurate way to really connect with that person. And that's exactly what bank code does for you. It's the missing link. It's the holy grail, if you will, that makes the difference in the sale, whether it's personal or business relationship. And that's why I love teaching the 6 intelligences of bank, because it really takes all the incredible pieces of bank code and code breaker technology and puts it together in a way you can truly understand and ramp up your own game. It's huge.
Yeah, the ability to be able to just shift gears like that. And the first of all, the insight in knowing that not everybody speaks your language is so huge. Like she said, you're only tapping into a quarter of the world if you're only speaking your language. So this
Right.
will really open the door for you. And you'll never look at people the same. It's kind of funny. It's like every time now you meet people after you get trained in the system, you're going to be decoding them as best as you can until you actually do get the chance to have them, essentially give you their PIN code. So this is fantastic technology. It's a fantastic psychology system, all of that involved. Carol is the one that will help you take this knowledge and really ingrain it into your DNA so that you are a master at it, just like she is. I can't wait to have her tell you a little bit about that. But before we do, I just want to jump in here, Carol, and share one extra special little sizzle, because this is all very exciting technology systems. But Bank and Revelio, which is the parent company for Tech with Heart, which is our augmented reality engine, has actually partnered. And so if you end up starting to use some of these bank cards, they come alive with our augmented reality. So I'm going to just demonstrate what this looks like. So action takers really love this because they're all about the bling bling and the sizzle sizzle. So let's just say they hand you their cards back and action is their top code. So now you can say, oh, great. Okay, well, let me just show you how cool this is. And let me introduce you to Sherry Tree. She's the founder of the bank system. So when you wave the Revelio app in front of this card, it comes alive with Sherry talking to them directly. Isn't that the coolest? See how it actually moves with the card? And she's telling you all about action takers.
Shakers and millionaire makers. They act like they just drank a Red Bull for breakfast.
Isn't that fantastic? And so it's just amazing. So many amazing technologies all built into one. So Carol, tell us how exactly somebody can go and we talked about cracking the code. We'll mention it again. So from there, what is it that they should do? So let's start with cracking the code, and then how should they go to work with you?
Well, I would love for them to crack their own code with the gift. And again, it's crackmycode.com/CL Stanley. And you can do that for free and just enjoy the process of cracking your own code and getting that report back to you. But then what I would really truly recommend would be taking the oh my gosh, it's extremely inexpensive course for what you get, if you will, the course called The 6 Intelligences of Bank. It's something that Codebreaker Technology has released just this year because of early last year, just because of COVID. And it's all online. And again, you can go to, there is actually a link that we'll put on my website, we'll put on Tech with Heart as well. It is codebreakertech.com, but then it's a /CB coaching /HTML /reference /CL Stanley. But you can just go to codebreakertech.com /CL Stanley and go into the products, and you can find the coaching there. So that's probably the easiest way to find the coaching program and work with me. But I really love that 6 Intelligences, because as a trainer with them for a good 5 years now, I train live, if you will, the fundamentals of the business, fundamentals of the relationship, course fundamentals of the, pardon me, is the code, speed coding, and of course the wonderful how to talk to other people. You want to be able to learn and to implement the code system, the bank code system, and the 6 intelligences pulls it all together for you. Because again, you go through personality, you go through the EQ. You know, EQ is absolutely critical. There are all kinds of stats that will tell you that a person can be very highly IQ'd, highly intelligent, but if they don't have a high EQ or emotional intelligence, they're not gonna do well. You know, highly intelligent people can totally bomb, if you will, with relationships and with business, because they have to know how to relate. They have to know how to recognize clues and cues in the other person. But it's all about emotional intelligence. And of course, the new AI, or artificial intelligence, which Michelle's company is just brilliant with, it's so important that the AI it's such a success tool for you, because you can crack codes in nanoseconds. And when you know how it all works together, it's really sets you up to be successful in communication, because it's not a numbers game, it's a people game. And the business intelligence adds some other tools and things that you won't get anywhere else. And of course, spiritual intelligence it's not about religion, but it's about who you are and in all the wealth in your life, money being at the bottom, but your personal, your what your purpose on this planet, you know, why you were here, your purpose, your why, and all the levels of wealth in your life. It's really a brilliant piece to this course.
I'm a fan, you guys. That's why I brought Carol on here. She's an amazing human being. And speaking a bit of the emotional intelligence that she was just alluding to, you can see how there are a lot of people out there that are operating on a level of very low intelligence, emotional intelligence, I should say. That's not to attack their intelligence. It's more or less a symbol. We can tell by their behaviors that they're operating on a low emotional intelligence frequency. And if you want to be successful in business, you yourself have to be empowered in these different sciences, emotional intelligence and spiritual intelligence and business intelligence, because you need to get to the point where you just let things roll off you, because you're operating on a higher frequency. And also, if you're operating on a higher frequency of intelligence, emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence, you're going to attract more to you what you want. Right. So again, I can't stress enough how incredibly impactful this knowledge of why they buy is not going to only definitely change your business forever and unlock doors that have been closed because you just didn't know what you didn't know, but open those floodgates of communication, laws of attraction, and also change the way you have relationships with your spouse, with your siblings, with your parents, with your children, with your pastoral, you know, if you go to church, with your pastors, even anybody that is a leader needs to know this system. It is a game changer. And I don't say that lightly. You guys may see me on here saying, oh, you should go check out this system. This is going to impact your life for good. Please hear me and trust me. I would never mislead you. This is the most revolutionary, holistic approach to bettering your life that exists right now. Other than, you know, knowing who your creator is. That's my thing. Is I'm a faith-based entrepreneur. But with that aside, guys, hear us out. Carol is the best human being that could possibly take you step by step and really help you ingrain this system once you get in. But go to crackmycode.com/CL Stanley. That is her door into the system. Crack your own code, learn enough about yourself so that you understand yourself deeper. It's all a free report. It's like a 6 or 12-page report all about you, which is going to help you understand you. And then take it to the next step and start learning more about other people's value systems so that you can communicate with them the way they prefer to be communicated. And just watch the sales come in. We'll just watch the laws of attraction start opening up.
Yeah.
So Carol, any last words for the listeners or the viewers?
Well, my last words to you are, with 50 years background on stage and screen and TV and you name it, pretty much, I've learned how powerful communication is. But when I add it on, I'm always adding learning on because I stay very current. When I discovered bank code, it absolutely opened another door of excellence to by being able to really share with other people and give them keys and absolute keys to success. So my dear love is helping you become your excellent best. And my book, Born to Be Awesome, is available to you anytime. And I do refer to bank code in there because it's so important. And so anyway, I love you all. I love Michelle, and I'm so glad we had this time.
Yes, we're actually going to be on Clubhouse a lot more together too, opening the door there for people to be enlightened and then empowered about how to communicate effectively with everybody around the globe, no matter what language they speak. It's important for you to understand the differences in the languages so that you can shift gears and communicate the way they want to be communicated with. So with that, I just want to let you know that Tech with Heart is a foundation. It's a nonprofit organization that is stepping up to lead you and guide you as entrepreneurs and business owners to embrace technologies that are going to help you to stay more competitive and relevant for long-term success. If you're listening to this or watching it and you feel that you are an expert that could bring something super valuable to the table that would empower and enlighten entrepreneurs to grow their business, please reach out to us or join our network at techwithheartnetwork.com. We'd love to have you join our family. We're a very heart-centered, very forward-thinking community of small business owners. And we'd love to hear more about what you're up to and how we can support you. So techwithheartnetwork.com. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, have a great week. Bye-bye.